One adventure left.
I'm gonna go back to 2.
So you guys will
I
be.
missed 3.
What's that?
We should go back to 3. I missed the part of 3.
Oh yeah, you missed. First
There was a kid they called
first 3 quarters.
Vic Lame.
There was a
Dick
what?
Lane.
Dick
There was
Lane.
a kid they called Vic Lame.
Oh.
That's all you missed. And there was someone we had to save from a dwarf bounty hunter.
Oh, that was that one.
Yep. The bounty hunters. Vic had to confront the dark side of his profession.
That's right. Slavery.
But Vic made the honorable decision. Fights for good.
Dude.
Yeah. I probably broke some kind of code. I'm not supposed to get in the way of other people's bounties.
You're just the worst.
Not supposed to. Although I was also getting paid, so really it was just a job. It was a
It's
counter
true.
job.
Yeah, if 2 bounty hunters are working against each other, then it seems
I would think they would think that's fair.
all's fair in love and war and
All
money.
throwing money's changed hands.
That's right.
We're going to do number 4. I should
I'm gonna sneeze. Nope. One away.
What? Fisticuffs?
All right, should we get started then?
Let's do it.
All right, so you guys are heading towards this place near the center of Thentia. It's called the Spiraling Tower. It's a meeting place of Thentia's government, the Council of Mages. And this evening, the tower is going to host a panel featuring arcane luminaries around the Moon Sea. They're joining to discuss a recent breakthrough in the field of alchemy. And among the panelists will be Dr. Dalathon and Professor Pyrax, the two researchers who discovered that very breakthrough. So they'll be unveiling the results of their research for the first time at the panel, and everybody is pretty excited to see what they have to reveal.
Twitch says.
Let's hear him out.
Yeah, come on, Red. They probably have something interesting to say. At the very least, we can laugh at the end.
Or we could always kill him.
That is always an option. Then have the whole city come down on your heads.
That's fine.
You're an idiot. Caleb.
All right, so you guys head towards the spiraling tower, and you walk through the main entrance. There's kind of a long line of various people kind of slowly making their way through as the line snakes forward. And once you get inside, you see you're in this large circular chamber at the bottom floor of the spiraling tower, and you see a bunch of academic people, wearing fancy robes, kind of sitting in chairs and milling about the main floor. You also see a few adventurers kind of gathered just to perhaps they're curious to see if there's something that might be useful for them. And a few chairs are set up kind of on a raised platform for where the panelists will be presenting. So as you enter, there's an attendant that gives you a handout. Listing the 4 panelists and their credentials. Give you guys a second to peruse through that. The main floor itself is well lit. There's kind of some floating orbs that just kind of, gently glide through the air, providing plenty of light, kind of showing off the skills of the mages who occupy the tower. And as you guys are looking over this pamphlet that you received, you notice that there's a dwarf who's kind of a little bit further in from the entrance. He seems to be collecting tickets and payment from the people that are snaking through. And you notice that he kind of keeps glancing back at the stage area and the spiraling staircase that heads upwards. Kind of has a little bit of a nervous look on his face. And as you approach him to give him your tickets, he kind of pulls you guys aside. And he says, "Greetings, adventurers. Say, you wouldn't happen to be good at investigation, would you? I may have a favor to ask you."
One might say is one of my proficiencies.
"Oh, really? Is that so? That's great. Well, okay. Here's the deal. I need to head up and get ready to moderate this panel discussion, and we have three of our four panelists are here, but the first one, Dr. Dalathon, she hasn't shown up yet, and well, we're supposed to get going in about 5 minutes. I was wondering if perhaps you could check on her.
That's the one I wanted to see too.
Yes,
Awful.
she's very well known in the area of alchemy, and well, they're supposed to be presenting some very, very exciting findings.
Do you
Interesting.
have any idea where to start looking?
Yeah, oh, yes, of course. I should have told you that right away. So there's that spiraling staircase in the back, you see. He points it out to you. It's pretty obvious. If you go up to the third floor, that's where the guest rooms are. Dr. Dalathon's room is the last room at the end of the hall. If you could just maybe go knock and see if she's doing okay.
Last room and a hall.
What do you think's going on here? Huh? Chum to chum.
Me?
Yeah. I'm sure you know lots of stuff.
I know that she seems to be, well, she's not known for being tardy, at least in my interactions with her. So I've been kind of tied up here dealing with the attendees and trying to keep the other panelists, in line. Kind of pulled in too many directions here, if you know what I mean.
I don't. I have very few responsibilities. I'd like to insight check this gentleman to see if he's like talking a little too fast or.
Yeah, go ahead. Your insight.
Yeah, get him.
Oh, that was good. Nice.
You feel like he's being pretty straightforward. Yeah, he is genuinely nervous and is not sure why Dr. Dalathon hasn't shown up.
All right.
Upstairs we go.
I'll follow you, fair leader.
I'm gonna pull my blade out.
Persephone starts walking towards the staircase.
I'll follow.
It's a lot straighter than that. I'm gonna. Can I quietly go up the stairs?
Yeah, roll a stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like you're doing a deal of not.
Guys, follow me.
There's no creaking or anything.
Why are we sneaking?
I don't know. It seemed okay.
Look, he's doing his thing, and I'm following his lead. I just want to give him a little confidence, you know?
But I don't understand why we're sneaking.
Persephone,
Whoa!
Persephone, you step on a loud creaky staircase or a step, and as you guys are heading up the stairs, kind of glance around, and a lot of the attendees can kind of see you sneaking your way up the stairs. They're just giving you funny looks. So you make your way up the spiral staircase to the third floor, and you see a relatively nondescript hallway with a bunch of doors that are all closed.
She said what? Last door on the. She say left?
Yeah, he said last door on the left.
I'm gonna make my way that way, but I'm gonna be looking for anything that's kind of, anything that's a miss. Maybe moved out of the way or like a scratch on the floor.
All right, roll a perception check.
For a tussle.
I'm also going to keep an eye out.
I'm really good at perceiving.
I'm not.
I'm real bad at it.
Thwip, you notice that you have a really long beak.
Oh my god, Thwip, you're right. There's a really long beak there.
While they're kind of scouting ahead and looking for signs within the halls, I'd just like to stop at the first couple doors. And I'll take the rear. I'll be in the last place, and I'll just listen to a couple of the doors as we walk past, sort of idly.
All right, Kalos, you're looking down and you see, some of the carpet kind of has those little tassels at the ends of it, and you notice that some of them aren't really lined up straight.
Oh, guys, we gotta hold on. I get down and I kind of fix the tassels. All right.
Persephone knocks on the door.
Whoa, I'm fixing tassels.
Are you knocking on one of the early doors? Or are you going all the way to the end?
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
Just some random door. We're doorbell ditching the whole hallway.
There's a lass I knew once. She handled a tassel better than anyone.
Vic, you said you were listening?
Yeah, I was listening to the first couple doors we're passing.
Go ahead and roll me a listen. I'll get to you, Persephone.
I'm going to walk over to Persephone as she's knocking on the door. I'm going to say to her, "You seem to know a lot of stuff."
Vic, you don't hear anything coming from the first couple of rooms.
I feel confident. There's nobody in there.
Persephone, you get to the end of the hallway and knock on the door on the left, and there is no response.
I knock again louder, and I'll call her name.
So you go. You still get no response.
Okay, is it locked?
It is not locked.
I will.
Do you need me to kick it down?
No, it's unlocked.
I will just beat it down.
No, it's unlocked, and I will open
coming.
it and like slowly start to open it and saying, "Hello, we're coming in. Are you all right?"
You, as you're kind of opening the door and calling into the room, you still don't get any response. And once you open the door, more than halfway, you notice, strikingly, there's a bed, and then there is a dead body lying on the bed.
Oh shit!
From the,
I walk in and I go, "What did you do?"
So
we're just listening to doors.
you know that this is a sun elf, and based on the description you received from the pamphlets, you can easily surmise that this is Dr. Dalathon. And it appears that her head is mostly melted by some kind of substance.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Only mostly melted.
Guess I'm not gonna listen to that panel anymore.
There's also a flurry of notes and papers that are scattered on the desk and on the floor next to her body. And there is also a bronze chest sitting next to the desk.
I'm gonna go inspect the body, just like double check that she's dead, and if she is, say a little prayer to the lady over her.
What are you sake? He says, walking in.
Go ahead and roll a
Always,
medicine check.
always dead.
So Persephone, you can kind of figure based on the rate of decomposition or lack thereof that she died approximately an hour ago.
Shit.
And that since the body is lacking most of its head, a raised dead spell is probably not going to be sufficient to return her to life.
Okay.
Straight up to resurrect, level 7.
I can't do that.
You got that?
No.
I probably could do it. I just don't want to.
Alright, yeah, she will, she'll sort of like look over the body head to toe while she's saying a prayer to the lady about, the spirit resting in peace or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Say a little prayer for you.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Job's done.
I mean, we did find her, but what happened to her?
Looks like she got killed.
Yeah, by what? What ate her face?
I don't know.
I'd like to look at her face.
Oh, why? It was.
I don't know.
I mean,
Can I look at her face? Just like, I'd like to roll a nature check because I feel they get left out.
Okay,
To
yeah.
see if this is like something like magical or maybe some kind of natural.
Natural face melting.
Yeah, like was it a chemical or like magical?
Sure, yeah, go ahead and roll a nature check.
It was flesh-eating
Um,
bacteria.
Okay. So you can surmise that it seems to be some type of acid that landed on her.
Face acid.
Yeah.
Look, I've never seen acid like this before, but this is some intense face melting.
all
You
I'm
can't-
saying, I draw the line at rock concerts. I'm not giving any kind of alchemy panels. No, can't pay me enough.
I know a lot about blades.
All right, I'm taking a cut of your share then.
So you can't tell whether it's magical, natural, or some kind of potion or something, but you're confident that it is acid from some source.
What's in that chest?
Do you want to open the chest?
Yeah, I do.
Could be trapped. I'm just saying, something killed.
Who would trap that chest?
Uh,
That's crazy.
someone who wanted to melt someone's face, maybe. Just positing a possibility here.
I'm
So
gonna
maybe you should open it.
look for anything else that seems odd or out of place.
All right. What do you want to roll
Perception, but
first?
that's rolling bad tonight.
What are you
Bad.
doing tonight?
Dane,
All right. So Dane, I will say, let's see. You notice. So there's a bunch of kind of notes scattered around on and around the desk, and there also seems to be a crumpled letter that is near the body.
I'm gonna pick up the letter.
All right. So you pick up the letter, and it smells faintly of lavender. And this is the letter.
Oh man.
roll a perception check to read it.
All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna
It's brighter and longer.
I'm gonna hold it out to the rest of the group and go. Make kissy noises.
Why don't you read it, bird?
I'm gonna hand it to Persephone.
Do you think it's from Lady Longcastle?
Or maybe.
How did you get that?
Well,
You know, human.
I'm assuming the author is female because she's concerned about her loss of beauty, which seems sort of feminine to me. I'm making assumptions here, of course.
I'm pretty beautiful.
That's
That's debatable, really.
true.
Eye of the beholder, that one, am I right?
And she refers to they refer to the nobles back in Hillspar and the fact that they are a human. And 52 is not a young human by any means. So I'm sure there are many humans that could fit that description, but it seems strange that Lady Longcastle has a room that could easily be accessed after the panel.
Loud.
Interesting.
I like it. If it's so, we're gonna turn her in for murder then?
No, the letter is from her. I don't think she murdered her.
Well, if I wanted to kill someone with acid, I would trap them with a letter first. A nicely written letter.
After establishing a long-term relationship?
I mean, you do a lot of things to get a potion of longevity, am I right?
Whip says,
Is the long gone?
Whip says, are any of you good at investigation?
Oh, right. It is within my skill set. I would like to the chest that you mentioned, Chris.
Yep.
It was on the bed
No, the chest is next to the desk.
next to the desk, so pretty far from where the body is lying.
Yeah, I would say like feet or so.
I would like to investigate the chest before opening it.
Goes,
Yes. Roll your investigation.
I am rolling so well tonight.
You guys double clicking or are you throwing?
Double clicking.
Oh man, that has not been working for me.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing too.
Vic, your investigation does not reveal any strange mechanisms, and from what you can tell, it doesn't seem like this chest is even locked.
All right.
Chris, can I try to do a sleight of hand while he's doing that?
Sure. What are you sleight of handing?
I want to try to use prestidigitation to make the box make a weird noise, but I just don't want him to know it's coming from me.
All right.
Like almost like a dying cat.
What?
Sure.
What does it sound like?
Yeah.
Where's my damn stealth roll? Oh, wait, I have an actual sleight of hand. No. I mean, he's pretty occupied. He didn't notice.
Or something.
Nick, why don't you roll a perception check?
Perception.
There's a cat inside the box. It's either alive or dead.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Oh no!
Actually, while it's in the box, it's both, isn't it?
There's a dead cat inside this box. Oh, I acted too late, and now it's dead.
Oh, you should have moved quicker. Did you open it up instead of looking at it?
Oh my god.
It's both alive and dead until you open the box.
It keeps going.
Yeah, I'll open the box.
Okay. So when you open the chest, you see a messy trunk full of spilled and half alchemical reagents. And lying in the middle of that mess is a small three-eyed imp who is rubbing sleep from her eyes. She blinks in surprise. No, it's not a cat. But there was something in there. This imp blinks in surprise and then leaps out of the air, just kind of looking around. She says, "Thanks for letting me out. I thought I'd be trapped in there forever. Whoa, what happened to that elf?"
Who?
Why don't you tell us?
I have questions. First, who are you? Why are you in the chest? Why don't you know the elf? How did you get here? And do you know anything about acid?
Okay,
That's
that's a lot of questions. Yeah, exactly. How did you know I was going to say that? Wow. So I came into here. I was looking for food, as you do to eat, and I found some of these alchemical reagents, and I, couldn't help but try them out. So I was tasting this stuff, and then let me see. Oh, that's right. Yeah, some human woman came in, had a really fancy dress up, and then so I didn't want her to see me, so I turned invisible and hid in the chest, and then she closed it on me, and I couldn't open it.
Huh.
Was she alone? Was she talking to anyone?
Yep, she was alone.
Was she old?
These humans are kind of hard to tell. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I know. They all
52
look.
is pretty old for a human.
How long have you been in there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I kind of fell asleep after the chest closed.
Do you know what time of day it was when you came in looking for food?
It was afternoon. Yes, afternoon.
Is it morning right now, Chris?
It is. I would say like early evening.
Oh, okay.
Who do you belong to?
Who do I belong to? Well, see, I actually come from the future, and my old familiar, he was a really powerful archmage, but he turned evil and hurt a lot of people for some reason. I can't really remember him too well, and so I came here to try to find some powerful mages for this time to stop him. But everybody that I found has either tried to banish me or kill me, so I
Uh huh.
tend to hide a lot.
Uh huh.
Anyone else think this guy's full of shit?
Uh huh. I don't know. Does my 19 insight think this
I
guy's
feel like my 12 doesn't mean anything.
Your 19 insight actually feels like she is telling the truth, at least as she understands it.
How far in the future?
I'm not really sure. Kind of when I came to this time, it kind of scrambled things, you know?
What's your
No,
familiar's name?
Don't.
His name is Zars. Something with an X or a Z, I think. I can't really remember.
Begins with an X, ends with an X, has an X.
Starts with Z something.
We are being terribly rude. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Dapper.
That is a great imp name. Whoever wrote that is brilliant.
I'm Kalos.
Oh, nice to meet you, Kalos.
We're here for this body, and I kind of kick it with my foot.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of gross.
Yeah. Sure you didn't see this body here?
No, that body was definitely not here before I went in the chest.
Hmm.
And you didn't hear any like screaming or acid burning while you were in there? You would think you wouldn't sleep through that. Someone having their face melted by acid.
Well, I did just eat a lot of stuff.
Taking a nap, huh?
Drug-induced coma.
Let me think, though. Things were a little different. Let's see. So there's a lot more papers on the desk. They weren't on the floor.
Okay.
She points at the letter that Persephone you're holding. I remember that letter. That was on the desk too. Let's see. There was. Ooh. She reaches over and there's a kind of like a flask of some kind of liquid, and she drinks some of it, and she's like, "Ooh, this is good. This wasn't here before."
Do you think this lady was trying to improve her beauty and just melted her own face off?
Maybe.
I mean, maybe.
So
Just maybe.
this letter, the human woman didn't bring in this letter?
Let me see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she came in, she wrote the letter, and then she closed the chest on me while I was invisible.
Did she get anything out of the chest?
No,
It was open when she came in and she just closed it?
that's right. Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
You know, the chest wasn't even locked. You could have just pushed.
Well, she kind of holds out her arms in their, spindly little imp arms. And she's, I'm not exactly the strongest, you know?
Or the smartest?
I don't know.
That's alright.
I don't know anything about that, actually.
She kind of pokes your biceps thick and she goes, "Ooh, you are strong."
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Whenever someone gets close to them, I flex.
I
hope you're all right.
want to take the flask and sniff it. Or whatever she drank out of.
Yeah, so you sniff the flask. It kind of has this sweet, sugary smell.
She will hold it out to Vic. Taste this, see if it's acid.
All right.
Jesus.
You're an idiot.
I agree with the bird.
Are you
I'm-
drinking the liquid, Vic?
He's gonna put a little bit on his finger, I think.
Okay, and you want to taste it?
Yeah. Does it hurt my finger?
No, it doesn't hurt.
Does it taste like burn?
You know,
You know have a bone.
rub
for
it
a
on
finger.
his teeth a little bit.
All right, so you drink it. It's you actually recognize this. It's one of the festival drinks. It's this sugared dew water that people will go up into the mountains and collect every morning.
Do
It's about to
water.
get extreme.
Is it laced with stuff?
So I pretend to choke for a second.
You pretend really well.
Yeah, actually, it looks like you really are choking.
I'm gonna hit him on the back.
You're
I
actually.
start pounding his back.
It's so real that you kind of actually are choking on saliva a little bit.
I'm just gonna get a couple of these out of the way here.
Yeah, that's probably good. Let me help you with that.
Let's ignore these. Holy
Oh my
crap.
God,
Look at that. Jeez, oh man. What's happening? Alright. Better not tempt it anymore.
So, Flip and Kalis, you guys are currently involved in a flexing competition.
I mean, he'll probably be fine. Look at this.
I actually flex after all
Look at
that.
this.
Wow.
Kind of poke it.
Thwip is just kind of flapping his wings. He looks real silly.
I will convey, yeah. So he'll just stretch and unconsciously flex a little bit. Oh, just one of those drinks, from the festival. One of those sugary waters you can get from the mountains. Nothing fancy.
While they're having their bizarro flex off, Persephone's going to look at those. She's going to cast Gentle Repose on the body, but she's also going to other than the acid face, look over like the hands if there's like sign of a struggle or like if the clothes are disheveled, or she's
Well,
going
that's
to like
smart.
look over the body from head to toe and also cast Gentle Repose on it and then cover it with the sheet.
Okay. Let's see. Why don't you roll a? Why don't you do an investigation check?
I would like to cast guidance on myself first. I pray to the lady for aid in what I'm doing, and then I will do my investigation check.
Okay.
So I just add a D4. Investigation. Oh, that's my whole sheet. Don't drag that. Not
We're
great.
doing good.
D4.
15.
Okay.
Is against us tonight.
All right. So, checking the rest of the body, so it's mostly the head that looks like it was kind of hit by this acid. Aside from some kind of random splashes, droplets and such. The rest of the body looks relatively okay. In terms of like hands and such, you don't really see anything that looks like might be defensive wounds. And then you do, however, notice that there looks to be some acid burn marks on the wall and close to the ceiling, kind of spraying in a line away from Dr. Dalathon's body.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask if there's a way to tell like if the acid was poured or thrown. Can I kind of like figure out like where? So there's a line on the ceiling and wall. So I'm guessing it was like thrown at her. Can I figure out kind of like where the person would have been standing?
Sure. Yeah, you can kind of surmise that the person was probably standing or sitting right next to Dr. Dalathon at the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Persephone starts like acting it out. She looks around at the walls and the ceiling, like covers the body with a sheet, and then she like walks over and like pretends to throw acid, and then like stands up on her tiptoes and holds her hand like way above her head and pretends to throw the acid.
Yeah, so the three guys are all kind of having a flex off, and Persephone is kind of carefully maneuvering around the crime scene and making like little measurements with her hands and investigating.
She was murdered.
I saw you working over there. I'm impressed a little bit. What'd you find out?
She was murdered.
She seems to know a lot about investigation.
I agree. Whenever we're done with this festival thing, I get a lot of jobs. Do you want to maybe work together?
If the lady wills it.
I agree. Are we talking about Ayun again?
We already established I'm not.
Oh. One of these days you'll come around.
No. Perhaps you will, though.
All right.
I think that the lady's calming presence will be good for your heart and soul.
Whip just stands between them.
Oh, actually, you guys are really nice. So there's one other thing I just thought of. There is some large golden potion that was here right next to the where this water is. I don't see it now.
Kind of buried the lead there, didn't you?
Well, it, like I said, my memory, it kind of comes and goes.
Wait, it was inside the chest, the golden one.
No, it was on the desk there, right where that sugary drink.
Do you want the rest of this? I mean, you're staring at it. It's creeping me out.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't give an imp Mountain Dew. I feel like there's a parable about that.
It's gonna malt.
As soon as you give the suggestion of giving her the drink, she downs all of it, drinks the entire thing.
We should
Good.
Her
probably go.
stomach visibly bulges as she drinks this.
We should probably report back. The panel was probably supposed to start by now.
That's true. I'll repeat what I said. Drawing the line at rock concerts.
I mean, I had a pretty good voice when we practiced, and then I threw it out. I agree. No rock concerts. We could do a panel on beating each other up. But maybe we should tell them she's dead.
Jeez, oh man. We're starting this program.
Thwip, it's okay. You're pretty strong. I believe you. Put your guns away.
All right, little lady. I'll follow you. What are you doing?
I thought I'd try it to see what you were all doing.
I mean, you look better than these suckers.
Yeah, that's true.
Better than Thwip, at least. Sorry, Thwip.
I'd say better than both of them, honestly.
Yeah.
My sword grows a little longer.
Whoa.
I think we head downstairs, yeah? Is there anything else we want to, before the room is swarmed by others?
I look under the bed.
Ooh.
I look in the bedside table.
So as you're looking under the bed and around the table, it kind of hits you that there's a bunch of notes kind of scattered about.
Oh, right.
The notes!
There's words on these pages.
Gather them up. Does anyone want to look at these?
I'd look at them.
I will
Yep, so they were
say
once on the desk.
anybody who wants to look at the notes can roll either an Arcana or investigation check.
Well, I'm not good at either of those.
Oh, I've caught the Dane!
You caught the Dane.
I rolled an Arcana. Magic's my thing.
All right, so Kalos and Persephone, you guys can figure out that these are research notes that are related to alchemy. And in terms of investigation, you're not really picking out much other than that it has to do with some sort of experiments.
If we do a quick search of the room, do we find an empty flask or bottle anywhere? Maybe had the acid in it.
Ooh.
Nice. Or maybe the murderer.
Okay,
Or
so
maybe
there
the
is
murderer in the closet.
there is a potion stand on the desk, which could hold a large potion bottle. The stand is vacant. Other than that, aside from the sugary dew, you don't see any other containers, like glass containers,
Where's the body exactly?
So the body is on the bed.
Okay. And how far away is the desk?
Desk is about 10 feet or so.
Okay, so there are papers all over the desk, but now they're all over the floor.
Yeah, when you guys came in, the papers were kind of scattered all about on the desk, and some on the desk, some on the floor.
Perhaps they fought over the potion, and then in a moment of desperation, the murderer flung the acid.
And then stole the golden potion.
Well, yeah, I think they were fighting over the potion. Maybe that's how the papers got everywhere.
Could be. Or someone was looking for something in particular. Tossed the papers.
That's true, and took all the important ones.
Could be.
Interesting.
I try not to put value judgments upon crime scenes when I'm looking at them. Just take it all in. Just the facts.
So we're gonna tell that dude that
Oh yes, I'm sure the panel is supposed to have started by now.
the good doctor's missing a face. I'll tell him.
Although
Let's
we have
get
no
out of the room.
But when you tell him, if the other panelists are around, you should watch carefully.
I've already walked out.
Okay, let's wait, please. Okay. Then we will hurry to catch up. I want to see their faces when you tell them, especially Lady Longcastle and Master Mernig.
Maybe you should.
Professor Pyrax as well, I suppose.
He's got good glass.
Are the other doors in here in this hallway unlocked?
So,
Just want to check to see if there are other dead bodies. That's all.
Oh shit.
yeah, as you kind of jiggle the handles, the other doors do appear to be locked.
Well, that's inconvenient.
You want me to kick him open?
Nah.
Okay, I'll go tell that guy.
Remember, we're not getting paid. Why broke open a door? They'll just make us pay for it.
Oh, that's right. I don't want to lose money on this gig. Let's do it.
This isn't even a gig.
I go and find the dude.
Okay, so you guys kind of head down the staircase, and as you make your way down, you see the dwarf Abert talking with the three panelists amongst themselves, and you see kind of the audience looking a little restless, wondering what's going on, some whispering going back and forth. And as Abert sees you, he kind of excuses himself from the other three panelists and walks over to you at a
I turn around and look at Rachel and kind of like give her a knowing glance. And then I'm gonna turn around and talk to Abert.
Okay. He kind of looks at you expectantly.
So hey, about the good doctor.
Are the other panelists in earshot?
No, I'll say he kind of wanted to give you guys some privacy.
Sure.
No, I got this covered.
I want to watch the three panelists to see if anyone's like paying attention or looks suspicious or is like, oh, I know what they found the body. So I want to keep an eye on the three panelists while we're having this conversation.
Yep.
I kind of lean into his ear and I also try to look at the panelists and then I say, "We found her body," and I say "body" louder. Her face was melted. I kind of shouted into her ear.
You're intentionally trying to get the panelists to hear you. Is that that's the goal? Okay.
Yep. Her body was found dead and melted.
Abert kind of he looks at you with his eyes just suddenly get really big, and it's too late, but he starts trying to shush you.
What? I said she's dead. Killed.
Oh my goodness.
Probably murdered.
This is terrible. How could this have happened?
I don't know.
And
it's probably suspects.
Reputation.
Was it you?
No, of course. Oh goodness. Okay. Give me 1 second. And he kind of steps away from you, and he is visibly sweating, and he kind of turns to the crowd and says, "Unfortunately, everybody, there's been an incident, and we will have to delay the panel. So, if you could all please make your way to the exits and hold on to your tickets, and we will try to figure out some sort of reimbursement or another time to hold the panel. Thank you." And so the guests kind of are like muttering amongst themselves. Obviously, something unusual is going on, but they kind of start making their way towards the exits. So everybody who is looking at the three panelists, go ahead and roll a, we'll say either perception or insight, your choice.
Perception.
I think
Damn.
about the mindset.
Damn.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Dane rage quits.
Power cycle.
What power cycle? Those
I'm
rolls up.
cycling my probability here.
All right. So Persephone, Vic, you guys notice that all three of the panelists are like, looking pretty shocked. Let's see, what were their names? Lady Longcastle. Yeah, so go through there. So Lady Longcastle, she looks particularly shocked. You kind of notice that almost immediately that maybe some tears are starting to well up in her eyes.
Likely
Um,
story.
Master Mernig,
Tears of guilt.
Yeah.
what's that?
Tears of guilt.
Right.
Passion.
Master Mernig, he also looks pretty surprised, but he, just kind of shakes his head, as like, that's kind of what happens, kind of thing.
What happens when you're guilty?
Murder people.
When you stumble on a vial of acid, that's
I
what
get it.
happens.
That's the world of alchemy is a very dangerous one.
I guess. Goodness.
Oh, I guess he's also an alchemist. Okay.
Yeah,
So
everybody.
he's the
I get it now.
rival.
He is the rival.
So what happens when you cross him?
Mm.
And then Professor Pyrax, he, as soon as you say body and dead, he just kind of like
Murder.
freezes up.
Freezes up like with guilt,
With guilt.
like seized with guilt.
Yeah.
It could be.
Run him through.
Yep. They're all guilty.
They all work
They all
together.
It was a collaborative effort.
I'm convinced.
Murder.
So as the guests, are kind of filing out, Abert comes back to you, and he says, "Well, this is terrible. Normally, this kind of thing would fall under the domain of the warders, but with the festival going on, they're probably not going to have time to finish an investigation for days, if a week or more." And
I mean, her face is literally melted on the bed.
he kind of like puts his hand at you. He doesn't want to really know all the gory details.
I can see her skull. It's awful.
Oh, please.
You want us to look into it? We'd be happy to. Who else is staying upstairs in the guest quarters?
They're really good at this.
I feel like we're not even getting paid. This is okay.
Abert looks at you, Kalis, and says, "Oh, of course, I'll pay for it. Whatever."
Oh, then we're on the job.
Great. So, Miss, he turns back to Persephone. He says, "Well, currently there is no one else in the guest room aside from the four panelists. I can give you the keys for all the rooms
Good.
to investigate. Of course, we have access to everything within the tower." And he produces 3 keys and hands them to you, Persephone. And he says, "Well, if you could look into it and try to figure out what happened, I'll keep the 3 panelists here until you can conclude your investigation. I'll separate them too, so once you finish looking at the rooms, you can question them if you wish."
Do you know anything about a 3-eyed imp?
3-eyed imp?
That thing had 3 eyes.
It did have 3 eyes.
Oh my god, I didn't notice the 3 eyes.
And his name was Abe.
What was his name again? Dashing?
Dapper.
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 You know, Dapper and
Excellent.
Dasher.
You know it's from the future because it has 3 eyes.
Mm-hmm.
3 eyes, 3-eyed lady.
So he hands you the keys and gives you free reign to dig through their rooms or question the panelists as you wish.
Did the doctor travel here with anyone?
I'm sorry.
Did the doctor travel here with anyone? Did
Uh,
anyone come to the city with her for the
no,
festival?
she was the last one to arrive, and she came alone.
Interesting. Considering Professor Pyrax was also from Elven Tree.
Oh, I'm sorry. The doctor. It was Lady Longcastle that came last. Came along. Dr. Dalathon came with Professor Pyrax.
Hmm.
They were conducting their research together.
Wow. I want to know more about the imp,
From the future.
but it's worthless. It's not actually from the future. It's just dumb.
It's from the future.
It's just dumb.
So Longcastle came last?
Yeah, Longcastle came last. She came alone.
And alone.
Dr. Dalathon and Professor Pyrax came together. It's common knowledge amongst the alchemy community that they've been working together on their project.
Sure. It's on the
And-
brochure.
Yep.
The doctor and the professor, were they involved in more than research?
Like lovers.
Yes, that's what I was implying.
Dr. Dalathon and Professor Pyrax?
Mhm.
Abert looks kind of confused. I think so.
I mean, someone like you would, of course, know if they were fucking, right?
I try not to pry into people's lives.
But I mean, you hear things.
And the doctor and Master Mernig, their rivalry wasn't a cover for more intimate relations.
Well, not that I know of. I mean, of course, the rivalry is well known, but in terms
But
of
they're not
other
fucking.
activities, again, not to my knowledge. Abert looks a little uncomfortable with this
Ask them.
personal
Yeah.
talk.
You want me to ask him? I'm real good with words.
Sure, ask him.
What am I asking? I didn't hear it.
What about Doc? Well, let's just be thorough. The doctor's relationship with all of the other panel members. What was it like?
Well, like I said, she was rivals with Master Mernig, and her and Professor Pyrax were working together. And in turn, Lady Longcastle, I don't know that they had any sort of relationship. I know she's a noblewoman and she has an interest in alchemy, but as far as I know, she's never published.
Interesting.
She's the money bags. I get it.
But we think that letter was from that lady.
Well, I suppose we search their rooms and then question them.
Or someone wanted us to think it was from the lady. Not sure why they would.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Like a double cross.
You always have to think about the double cross, mate.
Let's go rip up their rooms.
No, sounds fair. I think we should start with the most obvious one, Master Mernig. What do you guys think?
The rival.
The rival. I mean, he's
It's
like
totally the research partner.
Professor Pyrax.
Maybe.
Could be.
Don't jump to conclusions. We haven't even talked to him.
Just the facts. Remember, if we're gonna be partners, just the facts.
Just the facts.
No placing your own background and value judgments upon the scene of the crime.
I mean, it's possible that it was some random person who does not have a room here.
That's true. It could have been one of the many, many people standing in the crowd that we just let go.
That'd be a messed up ending to this story.
I would not feel very, but it would be realistic.
So, Master Mernig's room.
Yep.
Should someone stand guard?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just should we?
Guard what?
That imp was pretty screwed up.
What?
No, it's fine. I'll just put my sword away. It's okay. And it just blinks out of existence.
So, which room do you want to head to first?
Mernig.
Okay. You enter Master Mernig's room. First thing you notice is that the room itself is human-sized, but the furniture inside is made for gnomes and halflings.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a bag of clothing and some personal belongings on the bed, and a thick stack of notes on the desk.
I would like to look for acid.
Okay, roll an investigation.
I want to try to compare the
Mm.
notes. Look at that investigation.
Well, tonight.
You do not see any evidence of acid in the room. Nothing sprayed anywhere. You don't see any potion bottles.
Sure.
Kind of hanging out. Abe, you wanted to check out the notes?
Yeah, I just want to see if any of the handwriting matches, like the love letter we found, or...
Okay, roll an investigation.
Clever girl.
I don't want to brag, but it's kind of my thing. It's not. It's not my thing.
It's good.
It is.
All right. So as you're perusing the notes, you're checking for handwriting, but obviously you're still reading the notes. And you realize that the notes are kind of tracking Dr. Dalathon's research over the course of decades, actually. And their specific notes are made detailing all the flaws that she's made in her published papers, all the mistakes. And he's put little comments in the margin saying how he might discredit her theories and such. And the most recent entry ponders how Merdig himself was not able to discover the recipe for a potion of longevity even after years of research. So, of course, Dr. Dalathon's discovery must be false.
I turn to the group and I say, look, I don't think it's him. I think he's the kind of guy that would prove she's wrong. I don't think he'd kill her. Takes all the fun out of it. See for yourself. I pass the notes.
And in terms of handwriting, it does not seem to match the love letter or the notes from Dr. Dalathon's room.
These letters are all differently written. He didn't put a heart above the eye.
It's the attention to detail I appreciate the most from you, Caleb.
Hey, you're welcome.
Also, should we, not saying it's going to happen, but should we
steal everything?
No. If we should get into some kind of confrontation, I'll make sure we give you at least 6 seconds warning. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, it'd probably be good. I can extend the blade. It appears in my right hand.
Why does it always
fully
take 6
extended
seconds to do that?
Well, yeah, it's performance anxiety.
The key phrase you'll hear is Kalos 6 seconds. And then I will attempt to stall for 6 seconds, at which point we will commence the violence.
I want to do a quick just search the room for hidden things, like under the mattress or I don't know, shit you don't want someone to find.
Yeah, I'll say that it's probably also investigation.
Okay. I'm gonna pray to the lady to help me in my endeavor.
Look under the bed.
Under the mattress.
Mm-hmm.
In the mattress.
Mm-hmm.
In the walls.
Look for imps.
If you find an imp, I swear to God.
What if it's the same imp but younger?
Oh, from the past.
So yeah, you're pulling up the mattress, kind of knocking on the desk, see if there's any false compartments.
Yeah, check
and
under rugs.
yeah, you don't discover anything
Okay.
unusual.
Professor Pyrax?
You guys heading to the professor's room?
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
So you go to Professor's Pyrax's room. It's actually located right next to Dr. Dalathon.
Convenient.
And the room, it has a bed with a bag of clothing. There's a chest full of potions, alchemy components, and some notes about his and Dr. Dalathon's research project. And the notes appear to be kind of neatly stacked and tidied within the chest.
Odd question.
Yep.
For the group. We've 3 alchemists here and a rich noble. All right. Why did 2 of the alchemists actually have alchemist chests, but the third doesn't? We didn't find any potions in Master Mernig's room.
Odd.
I mean, I'm just wondering. Continue.
Do you want to go back? Maybe
No.
it's invisible.
I'm just gonna chew it over up here for a minute.
Oh,
Chew it
okay.
over in the brain meat. I'm flexing that as well. You just can't see it happen.
Hey, while you're flexing that brain meat, you want to look at these notes?
No. Flexing. You got it.
I'm gonna look for hidden stuff again. I'm gonna pray for guidance and look for hidden stuff.
Okay.
Bird, you want to look at these notes with me? I'll read them to you.
All right.
Very good at investigation.
I'm in your eyes, your keen bird eyes.
I'm gonna squint and look at the notes.
All right. Persephone, as you're kind of like, again, pulling up the mattress, kind of digging around, you hear kind of like a little tinkling sound coming from the bag of clothing that's sitting on the bed as you're pulling up the mattress.
Okay. I'll dump the bag out.
All right, you dump out the bag, and of course, there's a bunch of clothes within it, and there also appears to be a small, what looks to be perhaps a perfume bottle containing a golden liquid.
Does it smell like lavender?
I smell it.
Let's see. It does not appear to smell like lavender.
So, Professor Pyrax, I'm just looking at the list here. He's an illusionist.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
They can
I start touching everything in the room.
You touch
Oh,
him.
hey! I'm chewing with my brain meat.
I know. What if things
Stop
are
being
in?
friends.
It's
I'm gonna use my
illusions.
perception because that's something I can actually do.
Oh, why would you say that
See
out
if
loud?
there's anything out of place. Damn it!
That's
It was on a
good.
20, and I rolled over.
You notice a unusual smell from the perfume bottle containing the golden liquid.
I'm gonna make loud sniffing noises at the perfume bottle.
I'll hand it over.
What do you smell, Bird? What do you smell?
I'm gonna put it under Kalos's nose.
Oh, what is that?
You guys can make an Arcana check if you'd like.
All right.
That's pretty good. Okay, so Kalos, you recognize Persephone as well. That this is not perfume; it's actually some sort of alchemical concoction, as it has some identifiable sense of magic and common alchemical ingredients.
This potion.
I hold my hand out for Thwip to give me the thing.
I give it to him.
Is it like a real perfume where it's got like the little like French? Oh, okay. Hold on. Good night.
How does that thing?
No,
It's called a camera. Good night. Oh my god, you're in my armpit. Go to bed.
It's hard to hug through chairs.
Alright, go to bed. How does that thing work? It's a camera. I'm sorry, what? Does it have a perfume French little...
no,
Atomizer.
it doesn't. Yeah, it does not have a little spritzer or atomizer. It's
All
kind
right,
of
then
one of those like old school ones, or just has a cork and. Yeah,
So
you
it's like
kind
a
of.
decanter for my drinks.
Dab.
I take off the little decanter thing and I just tip it onto the floor. Does it melt anything?
Oh,
Not all of it, just like a little bit.
All right, so you pour a couple drops onto the floor. There does not seem to be any like hiss or acidic activity.
Put it on your teeth.
Not acid.
You're supposed to put it on your teeth
what? Why the teeth?
What if it kills me?
because your teeth won't hurt you if it burns.
Oh,
So
I
you know if it's
see.
good stuff.
When I made that check, do I feel like it's gonna hurt me in some way, shape, or form?
You can't tell. All you can tell is it's a potion of some.
I don't.
Hey.
I don't think you should drink it. I don't think you should drink it.
Can you bring people back to life?
You should not drink it.
No, I don't want to. He said the teeth.
I've never met a cleric who
We already know
can't
that
do that.
it's not
so-
acid.
Right, so it won't kill me, probably.
I don't. What good comes of drinking it?
We'll know what it is.
It's probably a potion of longevity. We could just ask.
Well, and I do one of those, like I put my finger on it, and I tip it, and then I lick my finger.
Okay, it tastes kind of bitter.
That's pretty bitter. It's real bitter. It makes me do this. There we go. Anything else happen?
Nope. Yeah, not with just putting a little taste.
Well, it didn't kill me yet, so that's probably good. And I
We could
put
always,
the cork back on it.
we could always ask, stay here with us and
Mhm.
ask the professionals if that's what it is.
Sure.
I slip it in my fanny pack.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
Was there anything about the notes that were similar?
Oh, yeah. So the notes, yeah,
I rolled a 12.
yeah, it's still good enough. They kind of cross-match with Dr. Dalathon's notes. It, fits that they were working together on this project.
The handwriting doesn't. We don't recognize the handwriting or anything.
Yeah, you can. I'll say that you kind of notice two different sets of handwriting that seem to be the same between both sets of notes.
Okay. Makes sense. To Lady Longcastle's room.
All right.
Let's
All right.
do it.
You head to Lady Longcastle's room. She obviously has the biggest suite in the tower. It is filled with very grandiose furniture, and her clothes and belongings are neatly placed within a drawer. And there seems to be. Go ahead and roll Arcana checks, anybody who wants to.
Oh, hell yeah. Damn it.
Persephone,
Can't
you
win 'em all.
kind of recognize that there's unseen servants that are kind of floating about the room, just kind of keeping things neat and tidy.
Interesting. While they're doing this, I'm actually going to head back to Dr. Dalathon's room just to check
Okay.
in on the imp. Just to see where it is, just to see if it's
All
still
right.
on.
Are you like calling out for her? Or are you just looking around?
Hey, little Miss Dapper, you are in here?
As you call out for her name, she kind of pops back, becomes visible, and she says, "Of course, I'm always here. You guys are fun.
Oh, you've been following us?
Yeah, I want to see where this goes."
Hi, name's Grace. Did you recognize anybody down there? Any one of them your master?
Oh, no, none of them were my master. I did recognize the woman. Yeah, that woman. She was the same one that I saw that closed the chest on me.
All right. So, oh, okay. Why would she come? Did she see you?
Nope. As soon as she came into the room, I turned invisible.
All right. So
Was-
she didn't
was
see
it
you.
after?
She was the chest.
What was that?
Was it after she came in the room, you turned invisible? Because that doesn't seem right.
Well, she came in, but she didn't see me right away, so I turned invisible and then hid in the chest, and found some good tasty things in there. But then she closed the chest on me, and I fell asleep.
Interesting.
Oh, huh. You, Dapper, my friend. You are an enigma, and I like you.
Thanks. I like you too.
Hey, we made a new friend. It's good to have friends. I'll buy you a drink sometime. In fact, kind of already did, didn't I?
Yeah, that stuff was good.
Hang around, Dapper. There's more where that came from.
Sweet.
Are we all back in this room at this point?
Yeah, I actually kind of I thought the Dapper was still going to be in Dr. Dalathon's room, so I popped over that way.
Okay.
So I probably come back. And I say,
Okay.
well, you guys are probably doing stuff while I'm
Yeah,
over
I
there.
thought if we're all in Dr.
Yeah,
Dalathon's room, I wanted
I'll
to
say
make sure.
Vic went to Dr. Dalton, and the rest of the three of you are still checking out Lady Longcastle's room.
Okay. When you go to Dr. Dalathon's room, Persephone calls down the hall. Check the window. See if someone got in that way.
All right. Is the window latched?
The window is latched.
Nope.
To the windows.
To the window. To the wall.
Check those walls.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. For Lady Longcastle's room. Unseen
Uh,
servants.
Yep, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Lady, guide me.
God, me. Well, golly.
The lady is with me.
You're doing so good.
Yeah.
It's your
Because the
investigation.
lady's on my side.
So you find a lot of makeup and perfume bottles, many of which have a lavender scent to them. But aside from that, you don't find anything out of place or unusual.
Do I find any handwriting?
No, you don't. You don't see like a diary or anything like that.
Dear diary, today I murdered my lover.
Right. Yeah, there's no diary or anything like that. You don't see any like potions or notes or anything.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I have proficiency in thieves' tools. I forgot about that. Apparently, I know how to jimmy open a lock.
Ah, yeah, you guys could have snuck into the others' rooms.
Sorry. Yeah, I'd probably come back at this point. Well, is she guilty?
Nothing here.
So there's nothing that, strikes us about this room as odd.
No, yeah, Lady Longcastle's room seems, what you imagine would be a typical room for a noble woman. I don't know if any of you have actual experience with nobility, but from, stories of, kind of like princesses and such, this is it's what you might imagine.
Well,
Suppose we'll have to interrogate them.
Hey, I'm pretty good at that.
all right.
I say interrogatingly.
I'll follow you then. It's pretty good. Should have saved that one.
Should have saved it.
No, I'm always at a 25.
Oh.
I guess we'll go find that dwarf.
So you guys are heading back downstairs?
Yeah, I gotta take a bio break. I'll be back.
Good.
Oh, does that mean I'm gonna get a refill? I'm getting a refill.
Yeah, we could take a break. It's probably good pause.
Much.
remember my camera's on.
What?
I said, remember my camera's on.
So you don't get naked?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's even there.
What?
But nobody's even there. I
Oh.
already did the drug drop.
What?
I said I already did the drug drop. I did not. Do that. Okay, I'm gonna be the tooth fairy.
That's fine.
You can be the Christmas.
Okay, fine. So, I don't mind this camera, except for watch my face. See how delayed it is? That really bothers me. Like, really bothers me.
Oh, I just saw it then.
Yeah, because it's, see how, like, slow it is? It doesn't keep up the whole time. But, I mean, it was $25.
Yeah.
You know, like, who cares? But I can tell the difference, and it bothers me so much.
Don't look at yourself.
I can't help it.
Why?
I don't know. I like looking at myself. Andy, what are you eating?
Do we put this tooth in your
No,
mouth?
God! What is that? I can't tell.
Oatmeal,
Oatmeal?
Cereal?
granola.
Granola?
Cottage cheese and granola.
Oh, I was like, that is not cottage cheese. Throw that out. Okay.
That's good for you.
Stop, it'll fall in my drink.
It's good and good for you.
Is that
Yeah.
the last?
No.
Oh.
You don't want cottage cheese in your drink.
What is this?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I really don't think it's
Mernig, Master Mernig.
Oh,
No.
Mernig.
I'm still wondering
But
why.
maybe
Why didn't he have alchemy supplies in his room? You know?
Yeah, that is really strange.
I don't like that the DM says it like that.
He's an alchemist.
Or maybe he doesn't carry it with him. Maybe he's old and forgetful.
So we're concerned that he didn't have a chest of like alchemy supplies.
Maybe he's a fake.
No, my thought is like, you probably would travel with it.
Well, he's a conjurer. But can he conjure it?
Alright. Alright.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just weird.
Do you guys want to? Do you want to kind of go over the evidence that you have, or do you want to question the witness or the panelists?
So,
I think Abe
Up
would question
you
someone.
guys.
yeah, I'll totally question all of them. Most of them. All of them. But,
Should we question the dwarf first? See if like any of them left recently, or if they've been in the building since. Like, get information about them first.
Sure.
yeah, why don't you go talk to him? You seem nice.
That's
I'll
true.
say, if you guys want, you can interview them one by one as a group, if you prefer to do it that way. Or you can do it individually. It's in one-on-one. It's up to you guys.
Good guard, bad guard. Got it. Yeah, you should go talk to the dwarf. Oh, listen.
You guys want to start with Master Mernig?
No, I want to start with the Ebert or whatever his name is.
Oh, Abert? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he meets you kind of at the bottom of the stairs and kind of looks at you. So, did you guys find anything? Clues?
The investigation's still underway. I have some questions for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Have any of the panelists left the tower today?
Right, let's see. So, Professor Pyrax and Dr. Dalathon, they came first. They kind of dropped off their belongings, and then they went out to the town. And then while they were out, Master Merdig came, and he dropped off his things, and then he also went out to the town. I heard actually that the three of them kind of had a little run-in while they were out and about, but I didn't hear any more details than that. And then Lady Longcastle came in while the three of them were gone. She checked in and stayed in her room. And then Master Mernig returned, and then Professor Pyrax and Dr. Dalathon.
That was all today.
Yep, that was all today. And as far as I know, none of them left other than, as I just mentioned.
No one else has been in the tower. No guests or anything.
Not to that floor, no.
What kind of encounter did they have while they were out and about?
Oh, I heard there was some sort of argument or something. It's well known that Master Mernig has been a vocal critic, to say the least, of the professor and doctor's research.
Do you know where this happened?
I think it was maybe at the food court. Oh, did you hear about that incident where the people were saying that the food came over? Disgusting.
Oh, highly exaggerated.
I don't know. That food attacked us pretty good.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
Really?
I mean, it literally attacked us.
You guys were there? What happened?
Well, some food attacked us, and we cut it down to size.
What sort of enchantment spells would be required to animate food? Why?
He got beat up
I feel
last
like it was
night.
a waste of food.
Uh, anyway, any other questions?
Hang on. If I stand over here, you can't see me, right?
What?
I said, if I stand right here, you can't see me.
I don't think
I
so.
can't see you anyways.
Well,
No, it
if you
cuts
think
off
of something, you can always
Here.
ask me at any time. I have separated the three panelists. There's some back rooms that we make available, and feel free to
it sees that
go and
pillow,
ask them what
basically.
you like.
So
They're
long as you're there,
expecting
I
you.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
I want anyone to see my
One
face.
more thing. Master Mernig, did he come with a chest full of alchemical supplies, perhaps?
A chest.
What?
Playing?
No, he had a pack with him.
Yeah, we're all playing.
And
It's a
I think a bag of
Uh,
clothes.
Damn
No
it.
chest.
less
Damn
combat, more
it.
investigation.
My entire theory's out the window.
How much do the three of them know? What have you told them?
Well, couldn't really avoid it. I had to tell him that Dr. Dalathon had unfortunately passed, and that I let them know that the four of you were investigating. Hopefully, would try to come to some sort of satisfactory conclusion.
But did you tell
Murder.
them anything about the state of the body or the murder?
Oh, heavens no! I just told him that she had passed.
I'll remember that.
Well, who do you want to talk first? Mernig?
Sure.
Pyrax? Sorry, at the beginning, we know that Lady Longcastle was the first in the room.
Yeah, we can start there.
What do you think,
Work
Nate?
our way back.
Sounds like a plan to me.
To the Lady Long Castle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you enter the room. Lady Longcastle is kind of sitting in the chair, and as you enter, she kind of straightens up and tries to put on a brave face. Patiently waits.
Has Does she look distraught?
Ooh, good roll.
Yeah, I would say you can tell that it looks like she's been crying. She's kind of, it looks like she's kind of tried to wipe things and clean things up, but you can kind of tell her makeup is a little smudged, and her eyes are a little, puffy and red.
You wanna take the lead on this? I will look at Persephone.
Me?
Yeah, you seem kinder. She's clearly been through a lot.
It's very perceptive of you.
What?
That's very perceptive of you.
Yeah. And I lean angrily against the wall. Arms are folded and scowling.
Yeah, I'll sit across from her.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm sure you're aware by now that the doctor has passed.
My hair is very staticky.
I don't know if you are aware, but
Who's eating
we
honey over
believe
No,
she was murdered.
just a little bit.
Oh.
She kind of sniffs and looks up at you. Who would do such a thing? Why?
Murdered. Sorry, I was letting you lead with this.
She kind of cringes at you, Caleb.
Well, we believe that you knew her better than perhaps anyone else. Who would have wanted her dead?
She kind of looks up at you and she says, "I was merely a fan of her work. That's all. I can't think of why anybody would want her dead, though."
Oh, I suppose this is in your letter then.
Not a lover.
You're handing her the letter.
No, I like walked in front of my face and just sniff it.
She kind of looks at you and looks like some fresh tears are welling up in her eyes, and she kind of sniffles a little bit, and then she says, "I suppose it's no use. Yes, Dr. Dalathon and I, we were lovers, and didn't want it to become general knowledge, but I suppose there's no hiding it anymore."
When you went to her room to drop this letter off, was there a large gold potion on the desk?
She Yes, there was the potion on the desk. I came across, when I came to check in, I saw that her door was ajar, so I wanted to look in and see if everything was all right. There was the potion, and I noticed that things were a little messy, so I wanted to straighten up. And then I wrote her that letter for her.
Why did you close the chest?
No, it was open. I just wanted to tidy things up, that's all.
Somebody kind of like puts her hands on the table and looks really intently at her. Did you take the potion?
No, I didn't take the potion.
Great.
That's good.
It's pretty good.
I ain't calling you a truther.
Yeah, she telling the truth.
She wrote a letter and then left. You haven't seen or heard from her since.
That's right.
What do you know of her relationship with the professor?
Well, her and the professor were close, naturally. They worked together for many years. Of course, a platonic kind of relationship.
Sure about that.
She kind of bristles at you. Like, I think I would know.
Would you?
I had a good sense of the doctor. I would know if something was amiss.
Was
So
there?
you discovered it was a miss and threw acid in her face?
But Was there any animosity or jealousy as they were nearing the reveal of their research?
Well, not that I can think of. They were, of course, things kind of got testy from time to time, as they were trying to figure out what the best formula was. But I didn't know of any serious misgivings between the two of them. There's that gnome, of course. He was always being a true pest.
How
If
so?
he could have been involved. He always criticized the doctor's work, make, making comments here and there, and always putting her down, telling her that her work would amount to nothing. Scum.
What were they going to reveal today? The breakthrough.
Ah, she said, I suppose I should tell you. Dalathon told me that they were working on a potion of longevity, and of course, naturally, I was excited as she's a sun elf, was, and far outlived the lifespan of a human like me. I had hoped that maybe the potion would give us a chance to spend the rest of our lives together.
Was she close to turning you in for a younger model? Hey, I know my role in this.
That's cold, Vic. That's cold, even for
Now
me.
let me do my thing.
The lady shoots you a venomous look. Says, "Of course not. Dalathon she was honorable, kind, caring. She would never do such a thing."
Inside check. Does she believe that? No.
You believe that Lady Longcastle believes that.
Right on.
Had the relationship between the doctor and the gnome ever turned violent at all before, or more than just barbed words?
She kind of puts her finger to her cheek and no violence that I can think of.
Sabotaging research or anything more than just talking shite?
Guess yeah. As far as I knew, they were just professional rivals. I think he, you know, stooped a little low, but nothing illegal or violent.
Low? What do you mean, low?
The way
I
he
think that
talked
was a
about her.
racist comment.
Oh. Hmm.
He was a gnome.
I'm gonna get closer, and I'm gonna assume that we're in a room with a table and multiple chairs.
Yep.
And I spin one of the chairs around and sit backwards in it.
Okay.
And I get closer to her.
She kind of pulls back from you a little bit.
If you didn't kill her, who did?
How would I know? That's your job.
I don't know. I think you had a lover's quarrel. And then was a little upset when you found out she was hanging out with Pyrex a little too much. And then you threw acid in her face. And I try to intimidate her.
Okay.
That's plausible. I mean,
Cool.
let's all be
15's okay.
Let's be honest. That's plausible.
She looks a little scared of you, but she is resolute.
She's telling the truth. And I stand up and walk away.
Just like that. All right. Just like that.
Before they leave, Persephone puts her hand on top of Lady Longcastle's hand and says, "Sorry for your loss. I hope the lady helps you find peace." And then she leaves.
The Lady Longcastle kind of sniffles and nods her head at you. Thank you.
I turn to Thwip and I go, "Who's this lady she keeps talking about?"
Hmm. I don't know. Pip just kind of looks at you and then tilts his head back and forth.
Good.
He makes his look real meaningful, though.
Exactly. Exactly. You're pretty smart. I walk out of the room.
I'll follow him.
Yeah, I'll get up to go, and I say to Lady Longcastle as I leave, between you and me, I think potions of longevity are overrated. Frankly, are you actually going to want a sun elf in another 10 years? Probably not. I mean, I think you're better off. That's all I'm saying.
She just kind of stares at you and says nothing. Her lips are pursed tightly.
Sure. I think you had a good life.
I mean, I think we're making so many friends.
I think it was a dwarf.
Why?
Why the dwarf?
Because why any others?
You gonna rough him up?
I
Rough him up.
had a pretty good feeling on the dwarf, and I don't think you knew anything more than you told us at the beginning.
What if he has an ailing elderly parent he wants more time with? You stole the potion in a fit of panic.
Hey, Bird,
You wanna
come over here.
rough him up?
Dwarf
Go
kind
through
of
his pockets.
walks over to you guys as you're exiting Lady Longcastle's
Do
little
you
room.
have an elderly parent, or perhaps a significant other of some kind that you're maybe dying of old age? Trying to get up a potion of longevity?
Well, all right. Let's see. There's my great grandpappy.
It wasn't fucking him.
What's his name? I want to know his name.
Let's see, my great grandpappy, Ironbeard. He's from the Rock Driver clan, and the great grandmommy. No, she died. When
What do
was
you
that?
have
What
in
was her
your
name, though?
pockets?
What's that?
What do you have in your pockets?
What you got in your pockets, precious?
He sticks his hands into his pockets and pulls them out and looks at them. There's some lint and maybe like a little, pencil pad of notes.
Maybe it's him from the future.
Like a putt pencil? Like a little pencil?
Yeah, kind of like a little putt pencil.
Okay.
A small little notepad.
Have you
What are
been?
you taking notes about?
Well, I was supposed to moderate the panel, so I have a list of questions and things, trying to keep the discussion moving. He shows it to you. It looks like a list of questions for an alchemy panel.
I put my hand out to take it.
He lets you take it.
I asked for the pen,
He hands you the pencil with kind of a quizzical look.
and I do a rubbing on the first page.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
You do not.
You cross out all other questions.
The panel's not happening anymore. It's fine.
Yeah, the pencil, I don't know what the pencil material will be made out of, but it like charcoal or something like that. Scribbles over the questions that he wrote down. Kind of gives you a annoyed look.
It's not like the panel's happening anytime soon.
I was just looking for secrets.
About alchemy questions?
That was very clever.
I thought it was clever. I mean, she's dead. You're not doing this anytime soon. And I hand them back.
All right.
We talking
Well, it
to
was an Ironbeard, so I guess we're done with this guy, right?
The professor?
Sure.
All
May
right.
your grandmommy rest in peace. And I walk away.
He says, thanks, I think.
compliment, okay? Keep walking.
All right. So you guys are entering the professor's room, little chamber.
To
Yeah.
question him.
Yeah, yeah. Not
This is where
his,
my money's at.
not his guest room, but like the little questioning chamber. Okay. So you enter. Of course, he's a dragonborn, and you notice that he seems to be really distraught. His eyes are kind of downcast as you guys walk in. He says, "Yes, how can I help?"
We just really want to know why you did it. That's all.
Yeah, and as we walk in, the lights dim because I can do that.
He kind of looks up at the lights and then at you, and he like there's a little confused look on his face, and then he just kind of looks down at the floor again. Why did I do it? Do what? I didn't do anything.
You're Dragonborn, right? Copper? Heard you guys can, like, do special things with your breath.
Oh, wait. Copper.
What's yours? Poison?
He looks at you, says, "Yeah, Copperborn can breathe. So what of it?"
Like, breathe on someone's arm, maybe? Burn a hole in it?
It's probably
Melt
fire.
it off their skin?
Probably fire, right? Most dragonborns can breathe fire.
Not a copper.
Go ahead and roll a nature check.
Oh man, yes. This is 2 nature checks in 1 session.
Oh!
Yes, Kalis, you know Copper Dragonborn do breathe acid.
Bam!
I didn't even think about that.
Look here. I've seen Dragonborns like you in the past. When I found this, and I make the sword appear in my hand, and I slap it on the table. Someone would burn my friend's face right off.
He
Did you
he
do that recently?
he scrambles backwards in the chair, like it almost kind of falls over and it catches himself. No, what? No, I didn't do anything. What are you talking
Hmm. Yeah.
Do you know anything about imps? Are you feeling a bit dapper today? Maybe?
Impish.
Imps? Well, of course, anybody knows that wizards can summon imps. That's common knowledge.
Is it?
Sure, anybody that can cast spells knows.
I
Can
can
they?
cast spells.
Yeah, so
Listen,
Are you a wizard?
we know what happened. We just want you to explain why. And I'm going to cast a minor illusion, and I'm going to create like a little illusion of the doctor and the professor arguing, and then the professor breathing acid on her face.
Ew.
And it doesn't have any sound, but it's going to be like the two of them arguing, and then they're going to be like fighting over the potion, and then he breathes acid on her face.
he looks at your illusion, and as soon as it starts becoming obvious where it's going, he looks away and he says, "I have I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. I hurt no one.
Inside check.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that he's lost.
Can I do something as she's doing that?
Sure.
So I've never done this, so I might need a little help. But I have a scroll of major illusion, and I'd like to do the same thing, but it's above my spell thing. But I can know this, so I have to roll something.
Okay.
I want to make this a bigger image.
Okay.
With sounds and gurgling and
Oh, jeez. Like
yeah.
dripping of flesh.
Oh yeah, like right on the table, right in front of her.
Oh.
It says the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Yep.
So the spell's level is 3rd level. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
You have to roll like your
So like, I'm assuming my charisma.
Oh,
Yeah, so her body is like laying on the table,
Oh,
and
geez.
it's pristine, and then like the head starts to just cave in, and then he's looming around the corner and just breathing acid, and it's melting into the table, and she's screaming and gurgling, and I'm just staring daggers into his face.
all right. Yeah, he cannot turn away from this. He basically just freezes and is staring at this illusion playing out. I don't know, if dragonborns could really turn pale, but if they can, he does. His skin noticeably lightens, and his eyes get really wide. He just freezes and says, "I, I, I don't know anything, and that's all I have to say."
Listen, we know you didn't go in there planning on it happening that way. Just walk us through what happened.
This lasts for 10 minutes, by the way.
Okay.
I keep it going.
Yeah, this is playing out, and he is stock still, uh, not moving a single muscle. And he says, "I don't know, did nothing. We we were going over our notes, and then I left, and that's it. Did nothing. I know nothing."
I guess you wouldn't know anything about the golden vial we found in your room, then, huh?
That 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 is that is another experiment.
Did the one we found in his room seem like it would fit the potion stand on her desk? I thought it was a lot smaller for some reason.
Yeah, it was a small vial.
Okay. I'm going to search your pockets and your person, and if you try to breathe acid on me like you did to her, my friends are going to kill you.
Thanks, Paul.
It starts to gurgle more.
I don't have to, but I would.
Did we find that little vial I have in my fanny pack in his room?
Yeah,
Yes,
in
you
his
did.
clothes.
And he just said it was a new experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look through. I don't think he has anything on his person.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna like approach him quietly and calmly.
Yeah,
Pat him down.
he's basically frozen. He does nothing as you search through his pockets. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has anything unusual.
What did you do with the potion?
What potion?
Chris, was there in the trunk where the imp was sleeping, were there empty bottles?
Him drank the potion.
Was there a bottle in the trunk that was empty and large enough to have been the potion, and the imp just like chugged the potion of longevity?
Really funny.
Don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, if that little vial isn't the potion of longevity, he probably wouldn't mind if you just drank it, Caleb.
Probably
It's on the
not.
right
Let me
side,
get it
right?
out of my fanny pack.
You do, but
And I pull it out. I pull out the little vial and I show it to him. Does he make any kind of move?
Yeah, he stares at the potion as you pull it out, and his eyes get even wider. And he says, "Nope, don't drink that.
Why not? What is it?
It's a failed experiment, but I'm keeping it for research purposes."
So if you drank it, you'd be fine?
No, no one would be fine. It's toxic, but I need to study it and figure out why it failed.
Does an 11 feel like he's telling the truth?
Yeah, yeah, but with everything that's been going on, you do not think I'm telling the truth.
Drink it.
Is
So I'm gonna go ahead and drink this now.
Drink it, Kalis. Drink it.
Well, unless you want to tell us the truth.
the big one's gone, isn't it? This is the last of your research, and he's about to
I
drink it.
take the stopper off, and I'm moving it up to my lips.
He reaches out towards you. No, don't drink it. It's poison.
Why?
It's poison.
No, I don't think it is. That's your breath. Just like you killed her, and she like screams a little louder.
It's alright if it's poison. I can heal you. Go ahead and drink it.
Fuck it, and I drink the potion.
All right, he kind of stumbles forward to stop you, but doesn't get there in time, and the golden liquid goes down your throat. It tastes really bitter, and as you kind of wait, you don't notice anything happening immediately. Although it feels like your stomach's kind of moving around and gurgling, but other than that, nothing.
It's like a bitters mix. It's pretty good.
He has this pained look on his face, and he looks like he's about to say something, but then he clams up and falls still again, and his arm drops to his side.
So you lost your research, killed your partner. This has been a pretty insightful day.
He kind of grits his teeth, says, "What proof do you have? I didn't do anything."
Oh, that's the fun part. We aren't the city watch. We don't need proof.
Yeah, might as well just kill you here, right? Shrug.
He kind of sinks down in his chair and he says, "Well, the research is gone, so what is there left anyway?" And he just kind of looks up at you.
Am I killing this guy?
No.
Is that what I'm doing?
But why is the
How
research
is it
gone?
worth
What
your
happened
time?
to it?
He looks at you, Persephone, and says, "Doesn't matter. It's gone. There's nothing left. I have nothing left."
I mean, there's always more things to do in life. Look at it this way. Someone... there's always good reasons to live. Revenge, maybe. Or I can't think of the word.
Revenge.
Revenge or repentance. Or there's another R word I can think of. But I mean, think of it this way.
Research.
You may have killed your research partner. It happens. I get it. You may have lost your only chance because, you were too stubborn to tell the truth. I get it. It happens. But look at how far you've come in. How old are you?
47.
There you go.
Oh, it said so right here.
I'm not doing very good at this now.
Yeah, he kind of looks like he's just kind of checked out.
Who drank it? Was it Lady Longcastle? Did the doctor give all of your research to Lady Longcastle because she's good in bed?
Pyrex kind of grimaces and looks at you, but he doesn't say anything.
So that's a yes. So what the hell did I drink? Anyone gonna tell me?
Like, that's his version that didn't work.
God. So I'm just gonna get the shits later. I really appreciate that, Pyrex.
Other than that, or the gnome stole the real thing.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked to that guy yet.
Anyway, we'll pull this in the city watching. It's pretty clear you're guilty.
Professor Pyrex just kind of like looks down at the floor again. He doesn't say.
I mean,
Well, we can go talk to the gnome, and if we don't get what we're looking for, we can come back and encourage him to speak with us.
That's brutal, a little bit.
Chris, with my nat 20,
Mm-hmm.
do I know how many times they could breathe a day?
Yes, you can. I don't know. As a DM, I don't know how many times.
Just want to rest.
Yeah, I think it's one arrest.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Look, tell you what, maybe this has all been a misunderstanding and I ruined your research, and that'd be really shitty. But I tell you what, you burn a hole on this table right here with your dragon breath, I'll walk away and blame it on Dick, whatever his name is. And then I wipe the screaming lady with the bleeding face away.
He looks at you, and he looks at the table. He opens his mouth and then closes his mouth, and then just looks back down at the floor.
Guilty.
I mean, you did it. All right. Are we going to talk to Mernig?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should. Should we get, like, handcuff this guy? I mean, we don't want him to run away. You want me to stay put? I'll watch him.
Nah, he's not going to run. You're not going to run, are you? You have nothing left to live for.
He says, "Yeah, nothing left to live for."
Yeah. Might as well stay here and wait. I'll get it. And maybe on our way out, I'm just gonna like thumb back towards the Dragonborn at Abert and be like, "He was the one. He's guilty."
We're gonna talk to Murdoch anyways, because why the hell not? I mean, if anything, it sounds like he's a D-bag, so...
Abert looks at you and he says, "Oh, good. Well, I hope you're right. I've called. I've sent word for the city watch. They should be sending Sergeant soon. Hopefully, I don't know when, but perhaps you can present your findings and any evidence to him or her and bring justice to the situation."
Yeah, we'll do that. I get kind of close to Persephone and I say, "Do I look ill? Like my stomach's doing a little like flippity flop."
I think you're fine. I think you're just
Okay.
gonna maybe live a little longer. Or maybe nothing. Maybe it was his research that didn't work out, but I mean, worst case scenario, you get the shits in a little bit.
I don't like that.
Yeah, Kalis, your stomach feels a little queasy, but other than that, no ill effects.
If I vomit, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay.
I'll hold your hair.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Walking into Mernig's room,
Okay.
I'll say, "Look, there's only really one thing we need to know, and it's why'd you do it?"
You're saying that to Master Mernig? Master
I
Mernig.
make the lights go dim.
Master Mernig looks at you and his eyes kind of narrow and he says, "I didn't do anything. I didn't kill her. Her research was utter crap. Of course, anyone with a half a brain could have told you that. Certainly nothing worth killing her over. Just meant all of her life's work was going to end. Dead end."
So you're pretty smart.
Of course. The greatest
you can
alchemist of
identify
the
it.
age.
You can identify a potion by just smell.
Well, sometimes you need your decanters and your alembics
Hey, look,
and such.
if I and I show him the vial, what was in this? What's in this vial right here?
He takes the vial and squints at you and he says, "It's empty. There's a few, but I don't know that I could work with
The
that kind of material.
person that drank it said it was bitter.
Garbage in, garbage out, you know."
Okay, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'll just be over here.
What happened earlier today when you ran into the doctor and the professor?
Oh, yes, I ran across them at the food court. I couldn't help but let everyone know that her research was horrible. Plain to see, but of course, not everyone gives me the credit I deserve. She didn't even count for the theorem of Renthrograss, and of course the fifth law of magicodynamics. That was utterly ignored.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh, everyone knows about the fifth magical.
The fifth law of magicodynamics. Yes.
Dynamo. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but we're gonna search your pockets now.
What? He kind of huffs and puffs, but he doesn't really fight you.
And if you didn't kill her, why'd you take the potion?
What potion? Even if there was a potion, it wasn't worth stealing.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion again and create a little illusion of him like sneaking into her room and sneaking off with the potion.
Master Murdoch doing that?
Yeah.
Kind of looks at it and says, a clever little illusion. Doesn't have any truth to it, though. Look, her research is crap. I knew it was crap. Why would I steal a bunk potion?
Yeah, does he actually think it's crap?
Insight 20.
Yes, you believe that he truly believes that the research was not worth it.
He's not anything in his pockets or hidden on his body or anything.
No, nothing.
Do you travel with companions?
Companions? No, I work alone. It's best that
Really?
way. Of course.
But if I said to you that you traveled with a three-eyed imp, what would you say to that?
Three-eyed imp? Why would I want to imp? They just get in the way. They destroy stuff, eat things. No, no, no.
Have you seen a three-eyed imp?
No.
Does anyone you know have a three-eyed imp?
What a... No. No, he doesn't have an... He uses a rat.
Who
He
has
has
a
an
rat?
owl. Olmeg. Olmeg has a rat familiar.
Oh, Meg.
Why don't you have an alchemist chest?
Well, my research are based on the highly technical publications, and you need lots of very expensive equipment. And if something like that were to break, well, that would not do. Now, I just carry my notes. That's all I really need. I do my actual research in my laboratory.
Oh, you know he's good when he says laboratory.
Why would the professor want to kill the doctor?
Professor killed the doctor? I don't know. Why would he? They were working
Burned her
together.
face right off.
They were thick as thieves. Ugh. Really?
Acid breath.
No, we know it was you. I was just testing you.
What? No, it wasn't me.
I think I'm done with this guy. Can we go back?
Why did you say it was you when we came in this room?
I didn't say it was me. Are you sure you guys are qualified to be investigating this?
We are 100% not.
That's what I thought.
I take the sword and I cleave off part of the table.
But we can do that in the city guard.
That's what I'm qualified for.
What the hell? You threatening
Exactly.
me?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just showing you what I'm qualified for.
Yeah, he is. So you better tell the truth right now.
No, really, I wasn't threatening.
You're
I was
like
just showing him.
next.
Oh, come on. You're really good at it, Caleb's.
Oh, okay. And I turn to him and I look at him, and then the lights dim, and from behind me, I use my light cantrip to light up the back of me, and I go, "I know you didn't kill her. I just wanted you to know that." And then I walk out of the room.
He says, good. Well, at least you have half a brain.
You could have told me it was in that potion, though. And I keep going.
We're really good at this.
So
We're like the best.
Lady Longsail must have the potion in that case.
Yeah, we didn't search her.
But
I'll go back and talk to her.
Do you
Okay.
want some help?
Yeah, Persephone.
or the imp drank it.
Or the imp drank it. Well, there would be an empty
Probably
bottle,
drank
though,
it.
right? We didn't find an empty
Yeah,
bottle.
that's true.
Yeah, I'll knock on the door for Lady.
Yeah, I have no idea
Castle.
who took it.
Yep. You can enter her room.
Listen, I apologize for bothering you. I know you just want time to yourself to reflect on this, but I have to ask. Do you have the potion? Did she get it to you somehow?
He says, "No, she promised to give me a sample once the work was complete, but didn't to take the wrong thing. So I didn't take anything. I didn't drink anything. I was hoping she promised to give it to me after the presentation tonight, at least a sample."
All right, I believe you. She walks out. I don't know where the potion is.
I don't know either.
Why is the flask there? Do they just get it when they're out walking around?
The flask.
The flask. The flask is there, but the potion is not.
Oh, the empty vial was there?
There was
Flask of like the sugar dew water or whatever.
yeah,
it
there
was.
was the dew water. Yeah, the dew water was there, and you found a little vial in the professor's pack or chest.
There's a
And
big potion
that was
somewhere
it.
that's missing.
Yeah.
Lady Longcastle, one more thing.
Yes.
You know those sweet drinks that come down from the mountains? They're all over the festival this time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know.
Did you see one of those in Dr. Dalathon's room whenever you were in there?
No, not when I came in. I probably would have thrown it out.
All right, thank you.
Why would you have thrown it out?
No, it's just it's untidy.
It's gross is what it is.
Oh.
I like it better.
An open bottle of liquid. I mean, who knows how much dust or
So
flies could have gotten in it.
but you saw the potion sitting on the desk and didn't touch it.
I didn't want to take any chances. Works in progress can be very risky, dangerous.
So you just left it there.
Yes.
So the professor came back drinking one of those frou-frou drinks and then burned her face off.
Is she lying about the drinks?
That's nice.
No, from what you can tell, she's not lying.
Okay.
Where the hell's the potion?
Oh, someone must have come in and swapped it out.
Bottle.
Maybe that imp.
The bottle's gone though. Where's the bottle? Like if the imp drank it, where's the bottle?
My guess is Master Mernig did it. Took the bottle.
Where's it now?
So Pyrex killed her and
I
Mernig took
told
the
her
bottle.
because the bottle went missing and he acted out of haste and rage.
Thought she gave it to her lover.
Maybe.
That's thin. But I like it.
Telling you it was the dwarf. The dwarf drank it. The dwarf took it.
Maybe.
How did the gnome look like he was 294?
I don't know. How well do you know gnomes
I don't
and
know.
their
Do a roll of the
natural history?
You want that as history?
No, I guess the nature. Yeah, nature or history, whichever you like.
They're exactly the same. Yep. Don't know anything about rock gnomes.
And my theory is that while Dalathon and Pyrex were out, Mernig took it and swapped it for one of the sweet drinks, or like left a sweet drink there or something. Someone did the sweet drink thing.
Yeah.
Well, they were at the
They were at the festival, right? So it's
yeah, they were at the
brought it
festival
back.
in the food court, but they all three were there. So
I want to go back to the doctor's room and look for like any shards of broken glass or like signs of like liquid falling on the floor. Maybe the potion was like broken, and that's
Sure.
why the professor got so pissed.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation. Also, you can have advantage on the investigation because you're looking for something specific. You know what you're looking for.
kind and caring DM.
We're good.
19.
All right. I'll say that, yeah, you can find. Yeah, you could find some stains on the floor, and kind of in one of the corners, there's kind of some shards of glass and maybe a few droplets of liquid on some of the shards.
Is it bitter? I taste it.
Yeah, it's bitter. It's bitter.
I'm gonna taste it too.
So she came back from the festival drunk, broke the potion. Professor got pissed and burned her face off.
I don't think it's what happened at all.
And then
I think-
you, Kalos, drank the very last of their research.
Well, I mean that part's true, but I think Mernig broke it.
Oh. And then Pyrex got pissed.
Or Pyrex is just a homicidal maniac. I just killed her. Clearly, he killed her.
Right. If he didn't, he would have been able to breathe this acid on the table.
Damn right.
Maybe Dalathon broke it because she doesn't actually want to spend the rest of her life with Lady Longcastle.
Oh, shit.
I'm just
Man, you were.
Oh.
I mean, Longcast was a nice-looking lady. I mean, I'm just saying.
Maybe she can like bring herself to break up with her, so she broke the research instead. I'm gonna ghost you by not letting you live forever.
That's real cold.
Yeah. Listen, this is working out, so I need you to die of old age. Okay, thanks.
Wow.
That's what I agree.
Well, unless we get Professor to talk, I don't know that we're gonna find out.
I mean, we can try to rough him up, but I don't know that I really care.
So,
He did it.
you guys feel pretty confident that it's the professor then?
Mm-hmm.
Till you tell us otherwise.
All right, I'll say what's his name? Abert comes to you and he says, "Well, the sergeant's on his way, but what do you think? Who do you think did it?"
I mean, she thinks it was you, but we're not convinced.
Have you been in the doctor's room at all today?
No, I haven't been in any of their rooms today.
You look a little younger.
Younger?
A lot younger.
Has he
Yeah,
been in the rooms?
He seems to be telling the truth.
Alright. Yeah, we think it was the professor.
Professor.
In a fit of rage.
And you have evidence?
Burned her face off.
I mean, he is a copper dragonborn.
It's true, yeah. Copper dragonborns can breathe acid now that you mention it.
And he's already done it once today, right?
Yeah, and he drank this potion, and I hand him the vial.
He looks at the vial. Okay, well,
Well, he can breathe acid, but also no one else has any containers that had acid on them. So, unless it's stashed somewhere, the murder weapon's in his face.
okay. Well, that's good.
It's more like a gland. It's down below the neck.
So,
Much about this.
I don't know. I rolled a nat 20.
so Abert kind of looks down at his hands and he says, let's see, what did I learn in university? It was means, motive, and opportunity. So we have means. What about motive?
I was pissed because she broke the vial of their last research.
Okay. Do you have any proof of that?
No, but if you rough him up, he'll probably tell you.
I mean, there's glass and potion on the floor in her room.
That's true.
Okay.
Against the wall in the corner.
All right. Means, motive, and opportunity.
He's a dragonborn.
Well, they
Right
came
in the
back
face.
from the festival together, maybe a little tipsy.
Okay. Well, it's not bad. Let's.
What would you come up with?
He says, I don't know. I didn't investigate. I didn't see what was available there, but this seems plausible. I think the City Watch will buy it.
Yeah.
And even if we're wrong, the Dragonborn doesn't seem to care about much at the moment, so he's not going to say no.
Yeah, that's true. He's kind of given up on life. You should probably check up on him.
Or not.
He says,
Speaking of buying, you said there was money involved.
Did we do good?
he says, oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys came to a plausible conclusion.
Yeah,
I'll
plausible.
mention it.
That word is making me think that we're way off.
He says, yeah, I'll bring everything you said to the city guard and wait right here. Grab your payment. And
That dwarf is gonna run off.
Oh, yeah.
With
I
the
am getting
potion.
ready to freaking Eldrick blast him in the ass. Is he running?
no, he's just kind of walking away. And as he walks away, you kind of hear his voice trailing away, and he says, "And I'll get your payment." And you're kind of like your vision kind of blurs, and things get kind of spinny. And then there's a voice that comes and says, "Hey, my pretties. Welcome to Crass Krungo's Playhouse. Crystal ball, who is the naughtiest of them all?" We'll cut there. I was actually going to have you guys go to a bonus combat round, but I think it's getting a little late, so we'll probably skip that.
Fucking amazing. I mean, we can do that next week, just for the record.
Were we way off, Chris?
No, you guys were you're pretty close.
Pretty close.
I would
What
say,
does that mean?
so Professor Pyrex was the one who killed Dr. Dalathon, and I think somebody mentioned it. Basically they came back from the festival. He saw Lady Longcastle's love letter and saw that Dr. Dalathon was planning to give the potion to the lady, and he became kind of upset. They'd poured so many years or decades of their work into this, and he kind of lost control and breathed acid on Dalathon and killed her. And and then afterwards he took the potion. I was looking through the notes. I couldn't figure out what had happened, what specifically happened with the bottle, but basically he kept a small portion of it for himself, to kind of follow up with later, and disposed of the remainder of it.
Gotcha.
No, I drank it.
Yeah. I was trying to look through the notes. I was like, what? Because he kept part of it, but I couldn't find out what he did with the rest of it. So I just kind of made that up on the fly he broke the bottle and destroyed it. And Longcastle was the lover. She was basically innocent, and Mernig was, rival.
Mm-hmm.
He did rival, but yeah, he didn't have to do with the death either.
Nice.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome.
You guys pretty much got it, I would say.
I
don't know
if I.
I don't know if you had like hard evidence, but you pretty much.
Oh no, we
That's no
super hard
evidence.
Just ironclad evidence.
You could breathe acid, murderer.
I mean, he couldn't do it again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
the circumstantial evidence is pretty good.
That's right.
Yeah, that may have been metagaming, but I literally was like, wait, dragonborns can breathe fire.
Yeah, that didn't even occur to me.
Yep.
I was like,
All
oh,
came
yep,
together.
yep, copper dragonborn. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
I should know that because, for Liam's game, I was a copper dragonborn that can breathe acid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so Tom always plays a dragonborn. Dragonborns are like beating in my head, so I was like, oh shit. I would totally play the bonus level.
Oh yeah,
I'm throwing it out there.
yeah. I mean, grave clerics are pretty much made for battle. So
Yeah, so I thought I would throw that since this session didn't have any combat. I was going to throw that in at the end, just kind of a little bonus combat. But yeah, we can do that next week if you want.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because what's the calendar? Yeah, because honestly, that might make more sense. Because I'm assuming.
Yeah, we'll probably take
maybe I'm
the
wrong.
holiday break after that.
On the 24th,
And then we'll come back on the 7th.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to do New Year's Eve, but
Nah.
it's New Year's Eve.
That's
so then
true.
I'll
That makes
start
more
my
sense.
campaign on the 7th.
Yeah, that makes more sense than you trying to start it next week and having 2 weeks off. Yeah, let's do like Battle Royale next week and then 2 weeks off and then start Abe's campaign.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna fight whatever this like Krampus Kringle is, and then I'm gonna
Is it the fucking imp?
And then I'm gonna kill Kalis.
Yeah, what was the deal with the imp?
Oh yeah, the imp was basically just kind of like to help you guys out if you're missing any clues.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it didn't really have anything to do with the other characters. It was just kind of like a bonus, a little fun thing to kind of give you some prodding if you're missing something.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Or throw us for a loop.
Yeah, 3 items from
Little
the future.
bastard. Oh man, I really enjoyed that. That was good.
That was fun.